Testing the audio. Testing. Testing, testing the audio. Testing. Is the audio coming from this mic? Testing the audio. Testing. Is the audio coming from this mic? There we go. Good to go. Awesome. All right, we are rolling on YouTube, guys. Seems like we've got everything up and functioning. Go ahead and start dropping your guys' questions in the comments section if you want to. I am gonna go ahead and fix one thing here real quick. Just kind of crop this to make it a little bit prettier. There we go. All right, we should be good. Should be good to roll. Welcome back, guys. We are having a Man Talk live tonight. I haven't done one of these in a while. That's on me. I've been really focused on putting out as much content as possible for you guys. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the content. And what I wanted to do is just give you guys a little bit of my time and sort of, talk to you guys, answer your questions, legitimately just give you guys some time to ask me questions, some access to me, to pick my brain on different things. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and go live on Instagram as well at the same time. But YouTube is going to get priority when it comes to answering questions. All right, Man Talk Live. Here we go. All right. What is going on, everybody on Instagram? We are doing a Man Talk Live. Currently on YouTube right now. YouTube will be getting priority when it comes to answering questions. So if you guys have questions, things that you want to ask, please head over to my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio, in the description of my Instagram channel. But you guys can feel free to drop questions in here. But like I said, YouTube will be getting priority when it comes to answering questions. So I see we got about 200 people in here right now. Thanks everybody for showing up. What's up, Brian? What's up, Built by Aiken? Good to see you guys. Good evening. We're going to go ahead and get into some questions coming off of the YouTube chat here. No way, man. Your videos are awesome. They have been helping me a lot. Thank you very much, Sebastian. I love to hear that my videos have been helpful for you. I've been putting a lot of work into my YouTube videos lately. I'm trying to put out a lot of content for you guys, and I'm glad that it's paying off. Perry says, hey Brandon, how's your night going? My night is going fantastic, man. I just finished making a YouTube video and I wanted to jump on here and give you guys some free access to me to pick my brain. Once again, guys, the Instagram is, the priority comments are going to be on YouTube. Looks like audio is all up and working, which is fantastic. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Perry says, Brandon legit made me sad, leaving me on red. Sebastian says, how do you bulk clean, I guess, while prone to acne, and how did you clear that up while training and eating consistently? If you guys are interested in knowing what my journey through acne looked like, make sure to go check out my YouTube video on Accutane. So type in Brandon Clark Accutane to YouTube, and you will see a full 30-minute breakdown of how I cleared up my acne and what my experience was like on Accutane. I personally prefer to bulk clean, and that means staying between 10 to 15% body fat, maintaining good insulin sensitivity, and really prioritizing good, clean, lean muscle growth. I like staying lean because my face looks better. I like staying lean because I do get less inflamed. I do get less acne even if I eat clean on a bulk. If I am in a large surplus or if I am a higher body fat percentage, I will just naturally get more acne, which is not very fun. All right. Let's see here. Next question is going to be from BC. Once mid-August hits, I'll have made $180,000 the past 11 months. At 20 years old, my birthday is in December. Congrats, BC. That is epic. Props to you for going out and making a lot of money at a young age. Serious props to you. Do you find my YouTube channel helpful when it comes to continuing to increase your earning capacity? Is that why you originally started watching my content? I'm interested in hearing if you could drop it in the chat. At what age, this is from Perry, at what age do you realize that you needed to take action and change your life? I would say right around 19 years old, right after I dropped out of college. That was when I really realized that I needed to start taking my life a lot more seriously, because I had just been going to university. I had been going to school because I didn't have a direction in life. Like, I didn't know what to do next. And when you're a young man and you're going through high school and you're constantly being told, hey, do this assignment, study for this, go to this class next, you just get used to being told what to do your entire life. And then the next step, once you get out of high school, you feel like this meaninglessness hit. You feel the burden, the weight of your own life, and all of this responsibility get put on your shoulders. The knee-jerk reaction is, hey, I'm going to go spend tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to go back to school, even though I don't really know what I'm passionate about. I don't really know what I want to do with my life. I'm just going to go back to school and get told what to do for another 4 years. And that was exactly what I did. I went to college for 6 full months before realizing, holy crap, I'm just coping. Like, I'm literally coping by going to college because I don't have something else that I want to do. I want to be told what to do. I want to feel like I know what I'm doing. I want to feel like I'm on a path. I want to feel like I have purpose. That's literally when I realized, oh, I need to start figuring out my shit for myself. And that is when I started taking it seriously. That's when I dropped out of college to become a fitness coach, was at 19 years old. Jacob Fuse says, do you know how much the block party tickets are going to cost? Sorry, Jacob. I do not know how much the Young LA block party tickets are going to cost, but I will be at the Miami block party next month. So if you guys are interested, make sure that you guys check that out. That is going to be a big deal. Let's see here. Favorite ab exercise. My favorite ab exercise is going to be cable crunches. If you guys don't know what that is, you can look it up on my YouTube channel. I have quite a few YouTube videos going over it. Are you a Christian? From Gabe. Yes, I am a Christian. Have you ever heard of wholesaling real estate? I have heard of wholesaling real estate. Is that what you're doing? That's pretty impressive that you've made that much money at a young age doing that. Good stuff. Let's see your thoughts on carnivore. Guys, I would sooner go vegan than I would go carnivore. I'm telling you right now, I would sooner go vegan than I would go carnivore. Carnivore makes absolutely no sense to alienate fiber, to get rid of so many different micronutrients. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, carnivore is insane to me. Like, I would not be able to live without fiber. Fiber is so good for your gut microbiome. It's so good for feeling full. It's so good for staying lean. And I would just be miserable eating straight meat. Now, if it was a diet of purely meat and fruit, that's a lot more doable. I really like carbs. I like carbs for my performance. My workouts feel so much better when I eat a lot of carbs. I love carbs, guys. I'm a big fan of carbs, all right? So those are my thoughts on carnivore. I would never do it. Yo, ever since I started vaping, obviously not healthy, I've had excessive sweating. Like I sweat so terribly out of my pits and hands. It's embarrassing. I know I gotta stop, but is the vaping the cause? Can nicotine cause excessive vaping? Or sorry, can nicotine cause excessive sweating? That could be something that comes along with it. Nicotine is a stimulant, so it's actually a vasoconstrictor. I don't know if it would be what's causing the sweating, but I would quit the vaping either way, man. So then you'll figure it out for sure. I don't really know how to pronounce your name. Aksig. I am 19 years old. What is one good habit that I can add that's going to have huge value in my life? I would probably say reading through the Bible, book by book. Just start in the Old Testament. Read audio Bible. That's what I like to do. I just go through it every single day. When I'm brushing my teeth in the morning, washing my face, when I'm taking a shower, it's 20 to 30 minutes a day. I would seriously recommend that. That is probably the biggest habit that is going to have a massive impact on your life. I drive the blue RS5 Audi. Stevie. That's great. In Bozeman? Are you in Bozeman? Have I seen you around? How much do you charge for your coaching or mentor program? That is a question that I will answer if you apply. If you would like to know the prices, go ahead and reach out to me individually and I will get you set up. Vaping is the worst. There you go. Thoughts on dating a woman who doesn't believe in God? No go. No go, my friends. No dating a woman that does not believe in God. It will only end poorly. It will only end in heartbreak. Be equally yoked. Trust me. I have a bad habit, a really bad habit of developing feelings for girls who are not Christians. It's not good. I've had to cut off some relationships. It's been painful. It hasn't been very much fun. Do not recommend. All right? What is your favorite Bible verse? I've got a lot of my favorite Bible verses. I've got one tattooed on me. You can look it up. It's 1 Timothy 1:15. I have it tattooed in ancient Greek on my back. We'll go with that one. Brandon, what would you say is the best way to achieve financial and locational freedom? The best way to achieve financial and locational freedom is to learn how to sell, plain and simple. If you are a man, learn how to sell and you will learn to make money. That is the single best skill that is going to benefit you when it comes to increasing your earning capacity. Now, that being said, in order to become a good salesman, you want to have a really good product. And how do you build a good product? You should build it yourself. You should make it yourself. You shouldn't sell somebody else's product. So that's what I would recommend for you. Like, I became a fitness coach. I was the one that built my service. I built my program. I built my business from the ground up. And so I have a lot of conviction in what I sell because I created it myself. Because I know just how big of an impact it has on people's lives. So learn to sell and create a kick-ass product. Those are the two biggest things that you can do. What would your advice be to someone with a strong work ethic but is unsure of what to do career-wise? Oh, that's a great question. That's a really great question. Especially in today's world where there are so many different ways to make money, the biggest thing that I would recommend to you is find somebody who is doing what you want to do. Find someone who has built the business that you would like to build and go that direction. Like, utilize the fact that the internet has millions, billions of people that you can learn from, people that are further up the ladder from you, and go learn from somebody that is doing what you want to do, somebody that you respect a lot. And also understand that you are probably going to have to work so hard in order to become good at something that eventually your passion kind of disappears, because you have to work so hard in order to build that specific thing. So keep in mind that your passion can't always drive you forward, because there were multiple times when I was building my fitness coaching business that I was like, am I even passionate about fitness coaching anymore? Like, am I even passionate about this? And the truth is, I am passionate about it, but when you work so incredibly hard, sometimes it starts to overshadow your passion. It starts to kind of crush and suffocate your passion. So keep that in mind. You are going to go through a period where you don't feel passionate about it. What would your advice be to someone with a strong work? Oh, sorry, we already answered that one. Just me. Thoughts on smoking cigarettes and cigars sometimes and bodybuilding? I would not smoke cigarettes if I were you. I mean, the occasional dart shouldn't be too much of an issue. I am a cigar guy. I will smoke one cigar every week or two, and they are usually small cigars, like cigarettos. Yeah, I personally try to stay pretty clear of tobacco products. Thank you, Brandon. Great answer. I definitely will check out your video and focus on a cleaner bulk. Love to hear it, man. Fantastic. In one of your recent shorts, you mentioned having hypothyroidism and helping your mother achieving her goals. And I was wondering if you may make a video regarding how to lose weight with hypothyroid. Guys, I'm going to give you the hack right here. Do you want to know how to lose weight with hypothyroid? It's exactly how you lose weight without hypothyroid. Having hypothyroid just makes it a teeny bit harder. It's just a little bit harder. It's really not that much more difficult. It's not that much more difficult. Let's see here. I just started training a month ago. I'm 13. When do you think I will see more progress? I think you'll see progress in the next 2 to 3 months. Just train hard. Train hard, structure your program properly, eat your protein, eat in a slight surplus if you're skinny. It's going to work wonders. You're at the very beginning, man. You're going to be experiencing newbie gains. This is a great time period in your lifting career, my friend. Yes, your videos are helpful. I found it a few weeks ago. Fantastic. I love to hear that, man. We almost got the same name. My name is Brady Clark. I love it. I love it, dude. I'm doing the wholesaling real estate. Very cool. Bro skipped my comment. I'm prioritizing all of the comments on YouTube, guys. So if you guys are interested in asking me a question, make sure to go check the YouTube chat. The link is in my bio. We've got about 100 people in here total. We've got some good questions coming up. Were you Christian growing up, or did God reveal himself to you later in life? How do you think God is using you to further the kingdom? I was a Christian growing up. My dad is actually a pastor. I have really grown into my faith over the past couple years, though, and that's been really cool. Like, I feel much, much closer to God than I ever did, you know, when I was living with my parents and stuff like that. I feel like sometimes when you grow up with really, really religious parents, you can just kind of start to shrug things off because you're so immersed in it. It really has to become your own. And going out on my own really gave me this dilemma where I'm like, I can either choose the faith for myself at this point, or I can live a life of degeneracy. And I decided to choose the faith for myself. Thank God. Going backwards to BC's comment, have you ever become slightly lazier after making lots of money in the earlier stages of your entrepreneurial career? I've run into that recently. Lazier. I will have lazy days. I will even have like a lazier week where I don't work quite as much. But overall, I am extremely motivated because every single thing that I do now on social media, everything that I do to build my business now, I know that the results are going to be exponential in the future. It's the same idea with compounding interest. Like if you put $500 into an ETF and you let that money start to compound over time, it's just $500 a month, but you're going to have millions of dollars by the time you're like 60. And so it's the same idea. I'm almost addicted to this delayed gratification of working my absolute ass off because I know that if I work my ass off now, it is going to be 10 times bigger in the future when I am able to reap the rewards of my hard work, if that makes sense. So I don't tend to get lazy when it comes to working, but I can definitely see how some people would get lazy and drop their guard as time goes on because they're making good money. What Bible translation do you listen to / read? I utilize NIV the most. Where is it? Oh, it's right back here. This is my NIV Bible. You can see that. It's got my name on there. Yeah, I use NIV. The NIV translation. Your videos are great, man. Thank you very much, average caffeine enjoyer. Trying to start coaching, currently in college. Is it better to invest in a certification or Empire Blueprint? I'm short on income. Oh, that's a great question. Very great question. I would have to know a little bit more about you before I answer that question. If you do decide to choose a certification, choose a good certification. Get J3 University. It's $1,000. If you use code BEATON10, you'll get $100 off from it. Empire Blueprint is so incredibly valuable. You really want to get in there as soon as possible when it comes to starting your fitness coaching business because the principles that you use when applied over time, as you become better at implementing the actual principles that we teach you, it's going to become incredibly powerful. That's a really, really tough question to answer, man. It really depends on where your confidence level is at in terms of your ability to deliver results. If you feel like you can coach people really well and you feel like you have a lot of knowledge on training and on nutrition, then I would say go with Empire Blueprint. But if you are still lacking when it comes to your overall knowledge and your actual skill as a fitness coach, I would say go with J3 University. What do you think of university? I kind of talked about that earlier. If you know exactly what you want to do, and it is a job that requires a degree, go do it. I am all for it. But if you don't know what you want to do, don't go spend a crap ton of money when you don't know what you want to do. And you don't know if the thing that you might end up doing in the future requires a degree. Most things don't. Been binging all of your stuff, dude. Thank you for the videos and the valuable information. Thank you, Tibbs. I appreciate it. Stephanie says, chill, bro. My girl's on here. You chill, Stephanie. I saw this girl when I was volunteering at Vacation Bible School. I thought she was really cute, but then I got too nervous to ask for her number, and now I have so much regret and I can't move on. I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. I shouldn't be laughing, man, but that's so funny. That's like something that would happen to me when I was younger. You can't get nervous around girls, dude. I'm telling you, man. You can't get nervous around girls. It's one of the biggest things you need to overcome. Go approach girls, have conversations with them at the gym, at a grocery store. Talk to girls that you aren't attracted to. Talk to all kinds of girls so that when the time comes to talk to the girl that you actually want to talk to, you can be Cool as a cucumber, my friend. Odell. Oh, wow. This keeps spawning all the new questions in. This is very irritating. Okay, Odell says, did you ever wrestle with how God was so different and more wrathful in the Old Testament? Thoughts on the church dodging this to feed believers the feel-good stuff? Oh, Odell, it's like you read my mind, my friend. My goodness, that is crazy. Yes, I struggle with that literally all of the time. I absolutely love the Old Testament. I love the Old Testament. I read it so much. And to just see God's like raw personality, which is like judgmental, like it's wrathful, it's just, I should say. It's very just. It's very, very hard to balance that with, Jesus in the New Testament. But a lot of people like to portray Jesus as this super docile person when he made it very clear. He said, I have come and I've come to bring the sword. I have come to separate people. I have come to divide. Like Jesus was a very controversial character. Like he stood up against a lot of things at the time. He was by no means a pushover. Like he was, I think that overall a lot of people don't understand the full personality of Jesus. Like people will read the Gospels and think that they got everything that they needed to know about Jesus. Sorry, guys. The Gospels don't tell you everything there is to know about Jesus. Go read Revelation. He's riding a war horse, wearing a sword, and he is covered in the blood of his enemies. Like, let's not avoid that aspect of Jesus. That coincides very, very well with the Old Testament God. But yeah, great question, Odell. I very much struggle with that. And it's something that irritates me about modern Christianity. The people here will make it, indeed. Everybody here is going to make it, brah. All 100 of you guys. All 100 of you guys are going to make it. What are your thoughts on approaching women in the gym? Is it a good idea or a bad idea to get a date? It's a great idea. Go approach girls in the gym. Totally fine. I have no problem with it. I don't sleep with girls, so for me, it's really not that big of a problem. If you're somebody that decides to go and sleep with a bunch of different girls at the gym, you're going to run into some problems. How much do you bench for your 1 rep max? I have never hit a 1 rep max before, but the most I ever bench pressed was 275 pounds for 10 reps. And that was when I was fat. I was like 230 pounds when I hit that. Let's see here. What is the best chest exercise without the gym? Best chest exercise without the gym would probably be dips. If you can find something to do dips on, that is what I would recommend. Let's see here. What's your take? I don't want to answer that one. Okay, we'll answer it. What's your take on stupid, degenerate streamers? Guys, I made a video the other day talking about like stupid, degenerate streamers. And a lot of people got offended and they were like, oh, but bro, this streamer's good. It's like, yeah, guys, of course, there's going to be good streamers. But in general, most of these streamers are like slaves to their own desires. Like most of them promote OnlyFans girls and their content. Most of them are just being walked around by women like a dog. And most of them are just constantly in a state of humiliating themselves in order to get attention. In my opinion, that's not freedom. That's bondage. So that's my take on streamers. Let's see here. What is your best tip to grow on social media? My best tip to grow on social media is to, number one, stay consistent. Yeah, stay consistent. If it's just one tip. And start posting. Actually, you know what? This might be my tip. Stick around. as I formulate my thought. My biggest tip for social media is don't go into it thinking that you're gonna get a ton out of it. So many people go into social media, go into posting with a entitlement mentality. Like they think, oh, my videos aren't getting as many views as they should. Or they think, oh, my, like I should be getting more attention. Why are my videos getting no views? All this type of stuff. Don't go into social media with an entitlement mentality. Go into social media thinking, if I can stay consistent with this for 5 to 10 years, I could do something really awesome and I might be able to eventually leave my job. That is how you should go into social media, with that kind of mentality. All right? Let's see here. What does the crown mean? I don't know what the crown means. Hey, Brandon, how difficult was it to get in the flow of starting in general, like with social media and coaching? With social media, I first started out just posting myself, posting my thoughts. It was a place where I wanted to basically just show people my journey. And so that made it really easy because I was already, working out regularly, and I was like, hey, I'm just going to show people my life, show people my transformation, show people me working hard. And so it felt very natural. No, well, it didn't feel natural to talk to a camera when I first started. But I started enjoying it very quickly because I was just documenting my journey, and that's how I saw it. But as time went on, and I started building my business, like now it's just about trying to provide as much value as humanly possible to everybody that watches. So, were you ever an atheist? No, I've never been an atheist. Like, I genuinely think that being an atheist is like the worst position that you can be in. Like, it doesn't make sense to me how a human can live on this earth and not think that a God exists. So I am on team religion, team believing that there is a God, like for sure. Like I would much sooner become a member of another religion than I would become an atheist. Like I just look at the world around me and I'm like, there is absolutely no way that there is not an all-powerful creator out there. How do you know it's the right time to move away from your parents' house in a small town and I'm living for free but I feel stuck? Dude, when it starts to negatively impact your mental state, you need to get out of there. You need to get out of there for sure. I'm telling you right now. Like when you start to feel trapped, you need to bounce. You need to go take on more responsibility. I'm telling you guys right now, the most crucial thing that you can do as a man is give yourself more responsibility. A man thrives when he learns that nobody else is going to save him, and he starts to take his own life into his own hands. Like when you're still living under the umbrella of your parents, you have like that safety net, and it's comfortable, yes, and you can save up money, and that's great, but at the same time, you need to learn to do things on your own. And so I personally would recommend moving out of your parents' place before 20 years old. I personally think I lived at my family's house just too long, and I got too comfortable. I got too comfortable, and it's good to get out there and start living on your own as a man. I think that's important. I have lower back pain from leg press, and it hurts my lower back when I do squats. You, my friend, need to loosen up the hips. The hips are the key. Loosening up the hips is the key to unlocking the lower back. All right, I'm telling you right now, that is the key. The hips are the key, my friend. I play baseball and hurt my arm pitching, and I'm out for a month. Have any rehab exercises? Dude, I don't know what part of your arm you hurt. I can't really tell you on that one. Hey man, honestly, I feel like I'm faking being a Christian, and I'm tired of faking being a Christian, and I'm really questioning what I'm doing. And I'm searching for an answer for what to do. I don't know exactly what the problem is and if you're considering like leaving Christianity, but like I talked about earlier, there's a decision that you have to make between your faith becoming your own and your faith being something like sort of an act that you're like putting on because that's the environment that you were in growing up or the environment that you find yourself in. So one of the recommendations I would have for you is change your environment and find out if that faith is truly yours, and choose it, obviously. That's my recommendation. Hey, Brandon, your vids have helped me a lot. I just want to say thank you. Of course, man. I appreciate it. What's your thoughts on the push-pull legs routine? It's a good routine. It's not bad. Not terrible. Not the best. I don't put a whole lot of my clients on push-pull legs routines. How do you balance your work and time effectively for the sake of being present for your family and loved ones? Any tips? Okay, so first question, how do I balance my time? Oh my gosh, all of these comments just refresh at once. What a nightmare. Oh my goodness. Okay, I scrolled back up. I found it. When it comes to being present for your family, I personally have Sundays, and that is when I spend a lot of time with my family. That's the day. I carve it out. Sunday evenings, spend that time eating, hanging out with my family. Any tips on how to balance your stability, not just financially, but mentally as well? This is a tough one, guys, because what I have found is that if you focus really, really hard all the time on trying to improve your mental state tends to get worse. Like it just tends to get worse. It tends to take a dive. And so I think the best thing that you can do as a man is stop focusing so heavily on like, how am I feeling mentally? Am I in a good headspace? Like, am I happy? Like asking yourself that question. Stop asking yourself that question. Start trying to find fulfillment in doing a good job, doing good work every single day, and understand that every single day is going to be a battle. Like you're never going to get to a place where you're like, now I can relax. No. Every single day is going to be a battle. Every single day is going to be a struggle. So if it's going to be a struggle, do good work, take pride in your work, and put a lot of work into building yourself up, developing skills. Like, your life is legitimately a video game, guys. Like, you can level up your character. Spend the time to master something. Spend the time to level yourself up, and you will find that you don't ask yourself those questions anymore. Like, oh, how's my mental state? You just do what needs to be done, and you will look up 6 months to a year from now and think, I'm in a lot better mental state. I'm a lot happier because I haven't been paying attention to how happy I am. I'm just focusing on doing what needs to be done. Do you invest in gold? I do not. Do you train MMA? I do not. We got to do a gym vlog. That video would go crazy. Love your videos, man. Thank you. What is the best side delt exercise beside lateral raises? I mean, they're all the best lateral raise. I mean, the only exercise I can think of for your lateral delt that isn't a variation of lateral raise is an upright row. Like that's the only other exercise I can think of. And upright row is a decent exercise if you perform it properly. It gets demonized a lot, so. Brandon, got to do an update workout splits. I actually have the same exact workout split, pretty much, from when I posted it last time on YouTube. So go watch that one. Hey Brandon, I'm 17 and I want to become a fitness coach, but I can't get certified or sign contracts till I'm 18. I've gotten good at training friends and family for free. What else should I do? Establish credibility. Educate yourself as best as you possibly can without certifications. It's 100% possible. Go coach people for free like you said that you're doing, and go just practice what you're preaching. That's the best thing you can do. Go build up your physique. Go build up your credibility. You know, you're young. You've got a lot to learn, which is good. You're hungry, which is also good. At the same time, you've got to understand that you've got to continue to build up that proof. The Old Testament shows his love for us when we see how much he must love us to be willing to forgive us for our sins. If you read the Psalms, David often writes of God's forgiveness and deep love indeed. Suggest some book about sale, if you have read it. A good book about sales. I like the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And you may say, well, Brandon, how's that a sales book? It's a sales book because all life is sales. And all influencing people is sales. You're selling yourself if you're not selling a product. Like that is your goal. All the videos that I make on Instagram, on YouTube, it's all sales, you know. So I would go read that book. It's very, very foundational and eye-opening. I read that back when I first started. It was very helpful. Where should I be looking for a girl as a Christian? At your church? Honestly, guys, I approach girls everywhere. I don't just approach girls at the gym or, at church. I approach girls everywhere. I get to know girls everywhere. If they're a Christian, great, but I don't get serious with them if they are not a Christian. Am I the only one who thinks the sound is quiet? Hopefully the sound is not quiet. Best closing tip for online fitness coaches. Best coaching tip is to not have to hard close a client. The best coaching tip is to have clients hopping on the phone with you that are already sold and already want to purchase your product no matter what the price is, because they want to work with you, because you put out such good content and you show your expertise through what you post. That's the best closing tip. Where'd you get that red flannel? I got this at Macy's. It's a Columbia flannel. I wear this as a pump cover in the gym when I first start my workouts. Let's see here. Do you tithe? Should I answer this? Tithing is incredibly important, and you definitely should do it. In the Bible, God says, give unto me, or give unto my church, and the floodgates will open. And it's the only time in the Bible when God says, test me in this. He says, test me in this. He says, give, and the floodgates will open. And I'm telling you guys right now, if you give, the floodgates will indeed open. I'm just messing with you with the question about the streamers. That was a good one. I enjoyed answering it. Hey Brandon, I'm new to your channel and I haven't seen all your videos, but how do you find godly friendships and relationships to help you get better? How do you find godly friendships and relationships? Find a church, and that church has got to have a men's group. It's got to have a men's group. I have been going through different men's groups my entire life. I've always had a men's group, always had something that I'm going to where there's other guys my age going through similar struggles that I am, where we sit there and we talk, we have a good time. That is what I recommend. Let's see here. What is your favorite car? Also, if you had to get an EV, what would it be? Oh, don't tell me that, dude. If I had to get an EV, it'd be a Porsche EV, probably. Yeah, it'd probably be a Porsche. Or does Lamborghini make an EV now? EV Lamborghini. Don't force me to get an EV, bro. I don't want an EV. All right. My favorite car is probably a Lamborghini SVJ. That's probably my favorite car. I know. Classic bro choice. But my dream car was also the Hellcat Red Eye that I have in my garage. And my dream truck was my truck that I have out in my garage right now, which is a Ram TRX. I have a physically draining job. Definitely slows my gains in the gym. Do you think it's worth it to maybe get a lower paying but easier job? You should always be working towards something. And what I would say is like, hey, how long would I have to work at this job before I can take on more responsibility or get some sort of managerial position so that I don't have to be like destroying my body every single day? And that would ultimately determine my decision on whether or not it's worth it to jump jobs or not. Does that make sense? Hopefully that helps. Ooh. Okay, let's answer this. Brandon, I hooked up with this girl that lived out of state. She was at my hotel. Now she's saying she cares about me and she wants to see me again, but she seems like a hoe. She's coming back. What do I do? Dude, if you kept it in your pants, you wouldn't have this problem. This is literally why I promote celibacy. Like, you don't want to have to deal with this stuff. This is just, yeah, this is not fun. That one is on you, my friend. You got to take responsibility for that. And if I were you, I would, I mean, yeah, that's a tough situation. I don't really think she's wifey material if she did a one-night stand with you, but that might just be my take. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up on Instagram. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm gonna leave this posted so you guys can go back and watch through it if you missed it. But we might continue on YouTube for a little while longer. So everybody that is on Instagram right now, there is a link in my bio that takes you to my YouTube channel. We are live on the YouTube. I've been prioritizing the YouTube comments. I love you too, Harley. Go watch on there, all right? Bryn, or BRH Made, go ask me the question on YouTube. I'll be live for maybe another 10 minutes. I will see you guys all later. All right, here we go. Let's get back to these YouTube questions. My computer died. That's why I had to do that. And I'm gonna go to my YouTube. Why doesn't it show that I'm live? There we go. Okay, I found it. Computer died. That's why. Okay, here we go. I'm back in the YouTube chat, lads. Now I'm speaking directly to you guys, just to the YouTube audience. No Instagram in here, it's just you, all right? I am going to try to find where I left off. Wow, there are a lot of freaking questions. A lot of people spamming in the chat. This is kind of irritating. Okay, I'm going to start off at the bottom, and if I need to, I'll work my way up, but I'm starting at the bottom with the questions, all right? Bennett has commented this 100 times. He says, I'm a 23-year-old investment banker, and I love watching your videos at work. I still work out every day and grind like crazy, but the hours are obviously quite insane. Do you have any advice? Yeah, dude, you really need to prioritize your sleep. It's the biggest problem. I have a friend that's also an investment banker. He works a lot every single day. You really, really need to prioritize the sleep side of things. Your life has to be dialed. Like your day has to be dialed. There cannot be a section of time in the day spent not doing something. Like you need to be so incredibly on top of it. But do I have any advice? Not really. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, if you're not growing, then that's a problem. You need to figure that out. But if you're making good progress right now, just understand you've got to have a super, super dialed routine. Brandon, you are an inspiration for me. I'm 5'6", lost 20 pounds of fat, and I'm putting on muscle. I'm 16, and my electric scale says I've got 141 pounds of muscle mass. Well done, Caleb. Shout out, Caleb. That is great. Brandon, can we talk about your views on desk jobs that take up 80 plus hours a week? How would you get out and refocus on what's important? Dude, I can't imagine working a desk job that takes up 80 hours a week. I might die. I don't even know what to say to that one, honestly. Can I get a hey? Love your content. Hey, Rudushk. Best forearm exercises. Best forearm exercises, literally just curls this way and then reverse curls. Best thing that you can do. Brachioradialis, doing something like reverse preacher curls will really help you out. What's the most important transformative lessons you've learned in your life, and why have they been so? That's a deep question, man. I'm not sure if I can formulate an answer that is that would take like a 20-minute video to answer. In fact, maybe I will make a full YouTube video on that. Maybe I'll write that down. The most transformative lessons that I've learned in my life. Very interesting. I'll leave you with maybe one transformative lesson that changed my life. And that is, you are your own worst enemy. 99% of the time. 99% of the time, you are the one that is holding yourself back from being where you want to be. Whether it's in life, in business, in fitness, you are the one that's making excuses. And one of the biggest lessons that I learned is just take full accountability and full responsibility for everything that happens in your life, even if it feels like your life is happening to you. Still take responsibility for it. Trust me, it will benefit you in every way. Thanks, man. Appreciate the advice, of course. Any tips on what to prioritize at 15? Working hard, lifting weights, eating protein, getting good grades, all very good stuff. Hey, Brandon, I have a question. My girlfriend is not as serious about God as I am, but we are super compatible in all other aspects and share the same hobbies. I like her, but I don't know what to do. Well, is she a Christian? Like, that's the question. Is she a Christian? Is there like a lot of potential for growth there? Because if there is, I wouldn't worry too much about it. But at the same time, I mean, it's not great, but at the same time, you can lead her and you can be a great shining example so that she can see Christ, she can see God through you. Like if you are a window into that. So, step up, be a man, be a strong leader. And if you see marrying this girl, maybe continue to be a really good example for her to continue to grow in that aspect. Is planning to get rich in the mid-20s at 16 good or bad? I think that's great. Yeah, making money as a man is awesome. Money is literally just, it's literally just helping people made physical. Like solving problems made physical. That is what money is. That is how I see it. Like the more money that I make, the more clients I have helped, the more people I have helped, and the better I have helped them. So that's all money is. Hey, Brandon, I admire your work. I want to lose 20 kgs as I'm a field engineer. Should I do keto diet or normal low caloric diet? Definitely the low caloric diet. You do not need to go keto, my friend. How do I balance having okay, we're going to do 2 more questions and then I got to clock out here. I'm getting low energy and I don't want to half-ass it for y'all. So we'll do these last 2 questions, all right? We're going to answer Brio and then Josh. Brio says, how do I balance having a job, college, and a side hustle, my friends, family, girlfriend, and the gym? I just turned 20 and I want to be enough and not fall behind. Dude, life feels like a balancing act. It's always going to feel like a balancing act. Wait till you have kids, wait till you have other responsibilities. Life is always going to be exactly how you just described it as a man. Like you might think, oh, I have all these different things in my life. I have a family, I have a girlfriend, I have a job, I have a side hustle, I have all this type of stuff going on. You are always going to have 5 to 10 things that require a lot of attention in your life as a man. So you might as well get used to it now. Get used to juggling. Or get used to surfing the wave. That's what I tell people. Surf the wave. The wave of life can either crush you or you can learn to surf it. That's how it works. You can either grab life by the balls or you can get bent over by it. That's my recommendation for you, Brio. Like you think that my life is easier? You think that I have less responsibilities? Like just because I may not be going to school, you know? Or maybe I don't have a girlfriend. Like I still have a lot of other things that I need to prioritize in my life. That is your life as a man. So get used to balancing it. It's a juggling act that never ends, my friend. And sometimes you're going to drop things. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes. You got to pick it right back up and get better at it. How can I grow in my relationship with God more? I'm a Christian, and I have been, but I feel like I've been distant from God. I would listen to the Bible every single day, like I recommended. Uh-oh. That's not good. What happened? Oh, there we go. I would listen to the Bible every single day. I would also pray in the mornings and pray at night. I like to get down on my knees when I pray. Like I like to pray like a Muslim because there's something profound. There's something that makes you take it super, super seriously when you get down on your knees and you pray to God. And it shows like full submission to Him. Those things really, really helped me. So praying to God in the morning, in the evening, on my knees, and also listening to Scripture throughout the day. Dramatically changed my entire life. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this live. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of it. I see there's 40 people in here right now. You 40, y'all are awesome, okay? I love y'all, truly. I'm glad you guys pulled this up. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of it. And I will see you guys all when we do it again. Peace.